Live from the studios of First Coast News, Jordan Wilkerson
First Coast Living live.
and David Benfield.
Sounds good to me.
Well, come join us.
This is First Coast Living.
Hello and welcome to First Coast Living. I'm Jordan Wilkerson.
And I'm David Benfield. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Happy Tuesday.
Yeah.
We are excited for today. You have a really cool place you're going to go after work.
Yeah, we're going to go to Irie Diner, so we're going to have a foodies down there. I haven't had...
It's like Caribbean food?
Yes, I haven't had like a good Jamaican food in quite some time. I'm super excited.
Yeah, and then yesterday I went to, it's a bagel shop that's been around for like only a month off Beach Boulevard. It's called Bangin' Bagel.
Yeah.
It is so cool in there. So stay tuned for those. Of course, we'll have those foodies in probably about a couple weeks. But if you like bagels, you definitely want to
I have to check it out.
them out.
She was saying that when you go in there, it's like kind of comic book style. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of, I want to check out the
And their
aesthetic.
cream cheese almost looks like ice cream. They've got it so piled high, and they
That's
have sweet
cool.
ones too. They have one
right.
that's like the Superman ice cream, like the different colors.
Oh,
yeah,
what?
it's really cool,
Okay,
but it's
cool.
cream cheese.
I like it.
Anyway, let's get ready to get going on
Let's do
this
it.
show today. So coming up, we're going to be taking a dip with the dolphins at Marine Land, and we did this a while back, but we always like to showcase this to remind you this is something that you can do.
Absolutely.
And it was one of the coolest things, in my opinion, that we have done on the show.
It's one of the coolest things that I've ever done.
Yeah,
like not
exactly.
even a joke. So yeah, we'll show that again. It's time to bring that back around so we can inspire you to go out there and hang out with them as well. Plus, we're gonna indulge in the Winn-Dixie kitchen with Ty's guilt-free pies.
Oh, I
Look at
love
that.
the sound
Looks
of that,
amazing.
right? Guilt-free, I am there. Plus, it's delicious, but I haven't had them in a while, so I'm excited to try them again. And foodies, we're taking you to a new restaurant in San Marco with an exceptional rooftop, great seafood. Oh, you definitely don't want to miss that. But first,
Yep.
it's time
Come
for
on.
Say What? And summer is in full swing. We're all looking for the best ways to spend it, of course. So we're going to make a summer bucket list.
Right, the catch, we're pulling out from our bucket of list of things to do from our beach bucket.
Beach bucket. Is it
But-
really a beach bucket?
But it's actually, what is going on here? It's a Halloween bucket, man.
That's the only one we could find.
Is that the only bucket we can
That's
find?
okay,
There's
just
nothing
turn it
better.
around. They don't need to know. It's fine.
Here, I found you another.
Oh!
An Easter bucket. We only have. Do we only have
That's
the
even
holiday theme?
worse.
Okay.
Thanks,
That's
Chris.
an even worse
No,
bucket.
I like this one.
What is happening here?
Wait, what did Leroy find? Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Leroy found
Leroy Aaron
it.
came to the, look at that. There we go. There we go. You can take these.
Oh my gosh, this one still has eggs in it.
Oh, wait. Let me
Wait,
see
is
that.
there candy?
Yeah, we'll need that real quick. Hang
Oh,
on.
there's candy in it. I'm taking
There
it.
we go. Here you go.
We got a
Perfect.
Milky Way and what else?
All right.
We got
Well,
Milky Ways. They're probably still good, right? We eat Halloween candy till January.
For the first one. Okay, now that we've wasted all that time.
Sorry.
All right, our first one is the Alligator Farm and Zoological Park. This is so much fun. So there's like sloth encounters. There's the tortoise exhibit. You can see our little buddy there. That was a little crocodile. So it is
Oh, the
the
sloth.
sloth experience
That was
is
so
amazing.
fun.
And the tortoise was cool too, right? Because like you rub it on that tortoise and it even like knows it. It's like head pops out like, oh yeah.
Yeah, and didn't they say it was like 100 and something years?
Yeah,
I
it
can't
was.
remember now. I think we're running this today. I believe you guys will be able to see this a little bit later in the show, so stay tuned for that. But I just love animal encounters in general.
Yeah.
Whether it's, with something furry or something reptilian or whatever. So, but the sloth, yeah, probably my favorite.
It's so cool.
All right, I'm
Yeah,
picking from the
buddy.
bucket
It's
now.
Teddy
Let's see
right
what
there.
we get. Okay.
All right, what you got?
Castillo de San Marcos.
Castillo.
Yeah, sorry. like Castillo.
it's okay.
National Monument.
Yeah.
I have not been
The
there,
Castillo
so
de
I
San
do
Marcos.
need.
Really?
Yeah, I need to do that.
Oh, what? This is so cool. So
Well, I've been on the outside of it.
The,
I just never paid to go inside.
the fort is so rad. So the history behind it is super cool too. Like there was a really crazy battle
Yeah,
there.
you did a segment there.
Yeah, the British tried to come in there and take it over, and they were just shooting, cannons at this thing for like I think like 30 straight days.
Jeez.
And the type that it's made of, that coquina shell, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
It just absorbs all the cannonballs, and they ended up saving the day. It's amazing. I love
That
that
is
place so
amazing.
much.
That is pretty cool. We'll have to run that again too to remind people about what you can do there.
Absolutely.
Kind of living through you on that one.
Up next, we'll do that. We'll do this one. We'll do that. We're already gonna run that, so we're gonna do another one. Yes, the St. Augustine experiences. So there's all kinds of fun stuff to do in St. Augustine. There's like the bourbon whiskey and history tour. There's the sweets and history tour, a St. Augustine historic walking tour, and then they have the wine, cocktail, and food experience. We did the bourbon
Yep, there you're seeing it.
experience, and that was so cool.
That was fun.
That was a really fun day.
So we toured the distillery, but then we actually got to go off-site to
Right.
different restaurants
Yeah,
where they
the
had
2
tastings.
spots. Yeah. It was pretty cool.
Forgotten Tonic, I think, was the one.
Yeah, and then we went to Mojo's.
Okay, I'm glad you remember the second one.
Yeah, the Mojos was really cool. And then we impressed the guy because I was like, I'm thirsty, can I have a beer?
There you go.
And
He's like,
"Give me
wait a
drink of whiskey."
second.
It's crazy.
All right, beach day. Okay, yeah, you can't go wrong with a beach day around here. You know what's so funny? Because of where I live, I don't really go to the beach that much anymore.
What?
and Marshall,
yeah,
that
Professor
gets-
Mead.
yeah.
Listen, when we came into work, or when I came into work Monday, my man was looking like a lobster.
Yeah, he was red. But from where I sit in relation to him at my desk, I was like, oh, Marshall, you look like nice and tan. He goes, no, it's red. And then I saw him up close. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's red.
It was. You were saying, I'm telling you.
So wear your sunblock.
Yes.
But I
Wait,
think
it was.
and reapply, that's what he says. But typically when I go to the beach now, I'm going to the restaurants and bars more than
Yeah.
like laying out in the sand. Neptune's probably my favorite.
See, now I've gone the
What do you
opposite
think?
because I have a daughter now. So
Right,
now
so you're in
I
the
go out
sand.
there, it's in the sand, right? So we're
you have a
hanging out there.
preference?
You know, I like going in the
It's
sand.
all
I
the
think
same.
it's cool, and it's
Yeah.
it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch Gwen splash around in the ocean. She absolutely loved it. It was very, very cool.
Oh, well, you know what else likes to splash around in the ocean?
Dolphins, baby.
Dolphins!
Check this out. Marineland Dolphin Adventure has been creating unforgettable memories for families since 1938.
And it's right in our backyard with one-of-a-kind dolphin experiences. They offer several different programs that range from 15 minutes to an hour, and you can even become a trainer for a day.
I met up with marine mammal specialist Alyssa to tell us what to expect in our Royal Swim program.
So David is going to be doing our Royal Swim today, which is actually our highest program that we offer here. It is the most time spent out in the deep water with our animals, which is really awesome. You guys are going to be getting poses with our dolphins, so you'll get to be doing a handshake, a snuggle with our dolphins.
I get to snuggle with dolphins, guys.
Yeah, and then you're also going to be getting 2 of our rides today. One of them is actually called a dorsal tow, where you're going to be holding on to the fins on their back.
Wow.
And they'll be pulling you through the water. And then the second one, which is my personal favorite, is called our foot push. You guys are going to be laying on your belly, and they're actually going to be pushing you by the balls of your feet. So it's kind of like a Superman ride.
This is so cool.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite programs that we offer here. So we're so excited for you to check it out.
Ah! I was so excited to finally get in the water and swim with a dolphin.
But first, I talked with Karen McGinnis, faculty historian and manager of community development, and she says the main thing is to learn something about these amazing mammals.
The truth is that no matter who you are and no matter why you come here and no matter what program you do, you're going to learn something. And that's really, the ultimate goal. And not just learn facts, although we love it when people know about our animals, but people are going to leave here inspired because they fell in love with an animal, and then informed, so they're going to know what is one thing I could do to protect that species in the wild, and that's really the goal.
And we left Marineland Dolphin Adventure with so many amazing experiences.
First, we buckled up in our life jackets, had a safety briefing, then headed into the water, which is pulled directly from the Atlantic Ocean.
Our dolphins for the day were Tokoi and Cacique. Tokoi means water lily in Native American, and Cacique means chief. The Royal Swim allowed us to play with the dolphins in the deep water. It started off with a game of basketball.
Then the winners of basketball got to splash the losers, and after, we had a fun little fishing game. We then swam back to shore for a little friendly photo session. And then it was time to fly.
1, 2, 3, here they
Tokoi and Cacique, each supporting a leg, take off and lift you out of the water as they carry you across the pool. The moment you lift up is an amazing experience, zipping across the pool like a Superman.
The Royal program offers not 1, but 2 dolphin rides.
For the finale, we closed out our day with a lift across the pool on Tokoi and Cacique's dorsal fins. The ladies swim up behind you and place their fins right in the palm of your hands and haul fins across the pool. It's an experience everyone of all ages will enjoy.
And to end an amazing day, Tokoi and Cacique showed off some of their high-flying skills.
All right, it's now time for Living in the Kitchen, brought to you by Winn-Dixie and ProCraft Cabinetry. And we all love pie, but sometimes it's hard to justify that sweet treat. Here to help us overcome that is owner of Ty's Guilt-Free Pies, Mr. Tyler Wilson.
Thanks
Hello.
for joining us again.
How are we?
Good to see you, man.
Doing great.
Absolutely.
And I mean, I love my sweets.
Oh, yeah?
But if we can kind of make it a little healthier for us, and
That's
not
probably a
just
good idea.
necessarily, like, we're not just saying like low calorie, we're talking about nutritious.
Yes.
So tell us what you got here.
So I have an assortment of pies. It started with my pies, and what I did, actually, that triple berry goat cheese is all ingredients from a healthy diet that worked for me. So I was putting chia seeds and flax seeds in my protein shake, berries, nuts, and goat cheese in my salads, and coconut oil in my coffee.
There you go.
That became that, and I was on a quest for the ultimate slice of key lime pie, and I realized I was eating way too much key lime pie. So I woke up one morning, I'm like, I'm gonna learn how to make a pie crust, right?
Cool.
I'm not a baker. I've never been a baker. I've always worked in a kitchen, but this is all inspired by God, the universe just
Wow.
put me to it, and I listened.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so key lime, you said that was kind of like what brought this all together, and you do offer that as a flavor now. So tell us
Yes.
about that.
So, for a long time, I've done the strawberry key lime. That is.
And that's this one here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That is a vegan option, and I've done the key lime protein balls, which is, we call them proteinies. They're delicious, full of all kinds of
Yeah,
great
why don't you just
ingredients.
jump on in?
I mean, if it's going to be here, I mean, I might as well try
bite.
some of
The
this
protein.
So you
Hold
have
on,
that.
let me
So
hit
that
this.
one's probably still partially frozen.
That's
People
okay.
like it almost like a sorbet. It's very, very
that's
key
good.
lime. It's very, very key lime.
These
I'm
are
not
good,
gonna
too.
lie.
Oh,
that
that's
is my
good.
favorite right there.
I like the
go-
tartness of that. Man, that's delicious.
What goes into the proteinies?
So
specifically?
it's a cashew base, cashews, dates, plums, everything's equal across the board, chia seeds, flax
okay.
seeds. It started with the pies, and everybody was obsessed with the crust. So I took the crust, and everybody's like, we just want, the pies are great, but we want to eat the crust all the time. So I took the crust, and I added dates and plums,
There you go.
and the proteiny ball was born.
Let's try it.
Now that is the infamous coffee ball right there.
Okay, cool.
So that's really fun because that's a collaboration with a whole lot of other
wow.
local vendors.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's good.
You work with Sarah from
Dude, that's
Somersaults,
really
right?
Somersaults, yes. So
ahead
she,
and try
that's
that.
all of her favorite ingredients into
it
one,
smells good, too.
into one ball, right? And I put her coffee salt. I use locally sourced coffee from here in town, Third Wave Coffee Roasters, as well as lion's mane, and maca root. A lot of people love these pre and post workout snack.
There you go. Look at that. Yeah, because you get a little
yeah.
carb and you get a little protein action.
And fiber. Fiber's trending right now too. They are fiber bombs. They've always been that way since before the trend.
Fiber helps keep you full, and that's what my coach has been telling me too. Make sure you always have fiber with a meal because if you're trying to lose a little bit and you want to like curb your appetite, that helps.
Oh, interesting. Right on.
They
Very
are
cool.
your satiation solution.
Satiation. That's it. That's exactly
right.
it. Keeps you
Satiation
feeling full.
Solution. I
Full
like
of pronounceable ingredients too. You can pronounce all of my ingredients, right? All my ingredients.
So good. All right, and then what do we have
This
here?
right here is, so this is a cheesecake pie. And if you notice now, all my
yes.
crusts are on the bottom. And you can almost create like a fine dining dessert. So I work with another lady from Dainty Cheesecakes.
It's like a little baby.
And she makes the most fantastic New York style cheesecake, right? Look at it.
It was like, and then I
Oh
come in
my
here, I'm like,
God.
"Bwop." This is gonna be
You wouldn't even know that that's like a healthier version.
Yep, so that's my sugar substitute.
very good.
That is so good.
Whoa.
Going back in.
All right.
So that's,
yeah,
I
tell us about
basically
it, sorry.
take unrefined organic coconut sugar
Okay.
and 100% monk fruit extract, and I build my own sugar substitute.
Very cool.
A lot of these sugar substitutes on the market have a lot of other things going on inside them, even though they
Wow.
are 1-to-1 sugar ratio.
That is delicious.
All right, Mr. Sir, so if we're in the mood for these pies or these little proteinies, where do we find you?
Keep eating.
So I do markets throughout Jacksonville. Friday is a new Ponte Vedra Friday market I'm doing now. Of course, Ram on Saturday, Riverside Arts Market, and Atlantic Beach Sunday Fun Day. That community has been great, has been supporting this thing since the very beginning.
Very cool.
And then are these is this the extent? Do you have other flavors or do you ever
Oh, no,
do seasonal?
I have a very extensive menu, and so like I have the triple berry goat cheese. That's
Right,
the
that's this
OG.
one.
That's actually the blue lemon basil. It's
Oh.
a very seasonal flavor.
Okay. Blue lemon.
Blueberry lemon basil goat cheese.
That's silly.
It's
Oh wow.
It's
That is-
intense.
That's silly good.
All right, let's go.
And it's it's a great summertime treat, partially frozen like that. So it's very refreshing.
Yum. All right, so do you have also Instagram or
crazy
website
good.
people can?
Yes. Please follow me on Instagram, Facebook,
Okay.
As well as TikTok. You know, I'll be TikToking too. So, and you can message me or contact me, call me. All my information's out there. The kitchen, you can come by anytime as long as I'm there. Just
Awesome.
call me, hit me up, and we'll coordinate a pickup that way.
Well, thank you so much. It's absolutely delicious, and it is so much nicer when you know it's like good for you too. Right? It makes you feel a little bit better about it.
Guilt-free, right?
Guilt-free. Ty's Grilled Food Pies. All right, thanks again. Great to
Thank
see
you.
you.
Yeah, thanks, man.
As always, and after the break, we sit down with the folks from Hubbard House to discuss their new initiative. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. Hubbard House has a long history of engaging in the community with prevention efforts and helping victims of domestic violence. Today, we're joined by the Hubbard House Director of Communications, Stephanie Brown, and board member Joe Kovacosi. Thank you very much for the both of you being here. Joe, I'd be remiss if I didn't say those are really cool shoes, dude.
Thank you.
Okay, so why is it important to get men and boys specifically involved in preventing relationship-based violence?
We know that domestic violence is something that is so present in our community, but it's something that people don't like to think about, they don't like to talk about.
Right.
The thing is, there's a lot of guys in our community who want to be a part of the solution.
Absolutely.
They want to do the good work, and maybe they just don't know how. So we're looking at the fathers, we're looking at the mentors, we're looking at the peers, and we're saying, now's the time. We want to give you the tools, we want to get you ready, we want to get you out in the community and helping to create that safer future.
Okay, so what are the ways this initiative will help those men get involved? And before we actually get to that, tell us about the Hubbard House real quick.
Yeah.
All right, so Hubbard House has a 50-year history of being a premier domestic violence shelter here, but we also engage in full wrapping services. We have outreach, we have a thrift store, we provide a 24-hour hotline for support of domestic violence survivors. This year is our 50th year in town.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's fantastic work for the community as well. So, okay, so what are the ways that we can get men involved in this initiative?
There's so many ways. It starts with just taking the time to step back and say you want to join us.
Okay.
Because there's so much that we want to educate and teach and support. You know, if you're a father of a little girl, for example, how are you raising her so that in the future she's going to assert her boundaries if that need ever exists?
Absolutely, yeah.
Or when she sees an unhealthy relationship on TV, does she understand that that's not healthy and why? So how can I get you ready as a dad to have that conversation with her?
I like that.
We also have men who just want to volunteer and get involved. I mean, Joe's one of our wonderful volunteers himself.
It's amazing. Our message really is strong, resonates with the women of the community, but oftentimes when we speak to men, they don't understand how they can get involved and what impact they can make on this community and domestic violence. This is our initiative to get in there, and our goal is to make every relationship violence free. But if we do this, we can actually get into the home, get into the family unit, and start teaching our men, our boys, our families how to deal with this and give them good strategy to do so.
Well, that kind of leads me to my next question. So what are the kind of skills that men will be learning at this during the initiative?
Yeah, and what I'm really excited about is this program is leaning into not just teaching men, but thinking about the relationship that you're in. So we are going to teach men as fathers of girls about boundaries and consent. We're going to teach men as fathers and mentors of sons. You know, what kind of conversations are you having with them to help them understand what healthy, positive masculinity means?
Right.
We're also talking to men as peers.
Yeah, it's talking about your friends. If you know somebody's struggling, it's giving them safe avenues to deal with this. You know, how to navigate difficult times in your relationships, those safe outs, those tough discussions that we may need to have as good friends, good peers, fathers, brothers, whatever it may be.
Okay, so this is happening tonight, right?
It's our launch tonight.
Okay, cool. So tonight you launch. Okay, so give us the details real quick and how we can learn more.
Yeah, we're going to be at 11700 Central Parkway, basically a beautiful space where we're bringing men together to learn more about educating, volunteering, starting to build that community of men who want to be engaged. We've got all the information on our website, hubbardhouse.org.
Fantastic, hubbardhouse.org.
And if you're unable to make it, feel free to email us at education@hubbardhouse.org, and we'll see what we can do to get out and meet your group.
Yeah, if you want to be involved, we want you to be involved, so just reach out.
That is fantastic. Thank you both for being here. What you're doing for the community is remarkable, so thank you very, very much. Guys, you know where to go. If you want to help, stick around. We'll be right back.
Live from the studios of First Coast News, Jordan Wilkerson
First Coast Living live.
and David Benfield.
Sounds good to me.
Well, come join us.
This is First Coast Living.
Welcome back to First Coast Living. It's now time for Rain or Shine with meteorologist Mike
Yes.
Prangley.
Moonshine
And Mike, you
is
just
what we're
mooned me.
calling it. Yes. Look at this. So, hey, did you see in case you missed it last night, it was the full strawberry moon.
Cool.
It looks like a little strawberry almost, right?
I was watching that Germany game, man.
I know.
That
was
Germany
some of
Paraguay
the
game
best
was
World Cup action I've
awesome.
ever seen.
That was crazy.
Now, here's the deal. Tonight, come up, just take a 2 minutes break from World Soccer
Okay.
because we got a full moon rise to behold, 9:26 p.m.
Cool.
tonight. What makes this moon different? Every moon's different. Okay, it's named after the strawberry season, of course, but it stays lowest in the sky of any other full moon of the entire year.
Cool.
Like it stays right on the horizon. You know, you have the optical
right
illusion where it
on.
makes it look larger.
Yeah.
Okay, you have that, and secondly, most colorful moon of the whole year.
Cool.
Because it's going through some of that haze and humidity, and the longer rays are coming to it. So it's going through more of the atmosphere.
Right. That's
so,
cool.
So one of our special moons called the
that kind of
strawberry moon. Okay.
It's not very red.
All right. And tomorrow. So but it will look more colorful, and I think it may.
No,
look
I
red
think
at
it's
times.
beautiful. It's very cool. I love
But-
that right along the horizon.
Yes. So what do you think of this? Much better.
This is much better.
There, it looks like home again, right? I mean,
Super
it's
summer
just
was coming
90
early, guys,
degrees.
and now we're back to summer.
We're back to summer. 10-day forecast, including the 4th of July, looking wonderful. All of our plans just for you.
There you go.
And so we're going to make those
Appreciate
plans
that.
now.
Thanks, Mike. I
Okay.
appreciate that, sir.
That was fun. Moon talk.
That was great. It was good moon
We'll do a
talk.
little moon walk.
All right, guys, we're going to send you over to San Marco to check out this fantastic new restaurant. It's called Gemma. Check it out.
What's up, foodies? I am out here at Gemma Fish and Oyster, a place I have been wanting to try since it opened. I'm here with the Director of Operations, Chelsea Johnson. Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome.
This is such a beautiful place, first of all, and I think when people kind of run up on it in San Marco, you're thinking, this can't be locally owned, but it is.
Yes.
This is amazing. Tell
and
us
it's
about it.
gorgeous and it's amazing and it is locally owned, and I'm so blessed to work for a family here out of Jacksonville. Brittany and Mike Cooney own the restaurant, chef owner, and when you walk in here you feel like this has to be Miami or this has to be New York or oh my gosh, where did this just come
Very
from?
upscale.
And I see so many guests that get to walk in and I'll ask, what brings you in today? It's like, we walked by.
Yeah,
we had
it's
to
gorgeous.
walk in. So walk by, walk in.
There you go.
Sit down, sit all the way down and
all the way
and
down.
stay
I
with
love
us.
it.
Yeah.
All right, so how would you describe your menu? Because it's more than just seafood.
You just look around. I mean, it is bright, it is color, it is jewel tones, it's emerald, it's our little gem. And
Very
so
luxe.
everything is gonna hit those pops of color. And we love to play with texture and temperature and heat and spice and sweet and balance and warm. And so we're just really thinking all the way through where it's not just one item on a plate. You have to feature the tower. We are a raw bar.
Gorgeous.
We have a 12-foot raw bar right behind us. They're getting the
Wow.
oysters out for the day. So today we have 8 different selections. So each day we print the menu daily. We do about 6 to 8 different varieties of oysters. The tower is one of those things that's going to show you. We have 3 tiers of tower. This is our tower 3, all the way from Alaskan king crab. There's ceviches, tartare, shrimp cocktail, oysters. You have to do that. So
Yes.
we did talk about seafood and land. I had to show some land things. Our beef carpaccio, peppercorn,
Oh
pink
my
crusted. It is a raw
gosh.
beef, but it's amazing. It's filet, thinly sliced, caper, shallot, truffle oil. We did a pork
Beautiful.
tenderloin that's going to be with an apricot chili glaze. So one of those
Ooh, I
things of
tried
like
that.
sweet and heat.
Yes.
Broccolini charred over our Ember grill. And so something that our company loves is that Ember flame. Since Ember and Iron is over Ember, we also Ember grill a lot of things here. So that
Oh my
pork tenderloin
God.
is grilled on open flame as well. Yep.
And the balance of
Oh, it's
flavors,
so
like you're
amazing.
saying, that slight sweetness with it.
And then from the raw bar,
Very good.
I had Jean-Luc prepare us the tuna poke bowl,
Oh.
which we actually have that on our happy hour. So you get a
very
yeah.
nice.
So we do some of our dishes on the happy hour as
And
well.
happy hours every day?
4 to 6 every day.
That's amazing.
I know.
Oh.
Guests love our ceviche here. I hear from all over. We've traveled the world. We love our ceviche, and so
Well, yeah, I was like, should I just
we actually put
try
some
this?
in there.
Yeah, you know
too,
what? I'm
with
just
the
going to grab
salmon
it because
tartare.
it's a little closer. So yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, so ceviche is actually just going to be a white fish that has been cooked in acid. And so the lime juice and orange juice and the agave and all the sweetness and peppers are going to infuse, and we do a puff rice cracker. Yes. So,
Nice and light and refreshing.
Yeah. Yep.
That's so good. Everything I've tried so far is absolutely amazing. But I have to tell you, I think I'm most excited about this baby right here.
Well, I had to. You know, you had mentioned caviar wanting to be in your life as an experience.
Yes.
And I love that we can make that a possibility for so many people.
Right.
A lot of restaurants will sell you caviar by the jar. And so what we like to do is we actually bust the jar open. We sell it by the bump, a half ounce or a full ounce.
Okay, so a
And
bump.
so
That's
we
interesting.
just do a little
What does this
bit.
mean?
Yep. So we we break it out. And so the traditional way of a bump, and a lot of connoisseurs do, is they use the body temperature of your own hand to heat up the caviar. It's going to exacerbate those flavors. It's going to give you all the nuances of each different caviar.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I feel so luxurious.
Yep. So, okay, you're just going to give me a little cup in your hands.
Okay.
Yep. And then I'm going to use a mother of pearl spoon, which is also traditional because if you use anything with metal, it reacts with the caviar.
Really?
So mother of pearl is
Whoa, this is a
the guy.
that's a hefty. Okay.
And what you'll do is you'll actually just roll the pearls around in your mouth a little bit
Okay.
and just try to kind of softly pop them on the roof of your mouth.
All right, let's fist bump it.
Cheers.
All right, let's go. Ooh.
Isn't that fun?
I got a little more. Hold on.
So
oh my gosh,
it
thank
seems
you so
opulent,
much.
it seems luxurious,
But it's approachable.
It seems over the top, but boy, are we in flip-flops and jean shorts on a Saturday afternoon here. You know, just, you don't have to be dressed up. You don't need to be in a suit jacket. Come as you are.
That's so nice to know. Very
yeah,
inviting.
Absolutely. And we do, you know, we do take reservations. We recommend them on Friday, Saturday nights.
Okay.
If you're a group more than 8, we do need to go through some processes on the back end. So you would fill out a private event inquiry that way.
All right, should we end with a oyster
Yes.
note here?
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Wonderful.
Chelsea, thank you so much
You're
for having
so
me. This was such a
welcome.
wonderful experience. I can't wait to eat more. Make sure you check out Gemma Fish and Oyster in San Marco. It is absolutely outstanding. Happy hour 7 days a week. You can't go wrong. Beautiful rooftop as well, and just a wonderful dining experience.
Come
So
on
thank
in.
you again.
You're welcome. Good to have you.
Thank you.
Yes.
And if you'd like to see this interview again, everyone, just head to First Coast News Plus. Our next guest is a local author who wrote a memoir about her battle with mental illness in hopes of helping others who may be struggling. It's called On the Edge of Insanity. So let's welcome Emily Watson. Thank you so much for joining us today. You look beautiful.
Thank you, so do you.
Oh, thank you so much. All right, so tell us about your book.
So my book is about my struggles with severe bipolar disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, anxiety disorder, and panic disorder. It's a real and raw look at what it's like to suffer from mental illness. I was diagnosed in 2001, and the book covers the next 13 years. And what's really unique about the book is that it was written stream of consciousness, so you can literally see me going from the highs of mania to the lows of depression to the severe anxiousness and stress of a panic disorder.
Wow.
And a fun part of the book is that each chapter starts with a famous quote. So the very first quote in the book goes, it summarizes the chapter. So the very first quote in the book goes, "But I don't want to go among the mad people," Alice remarked. "Well, you can't help that," said the cat. "We're all mad here. I'm mad, you're mad," from Alice in Wonderland. And then the second quote is from Henry David Thoreau, "The massive men lead lives of quiet desperation." And while the book does have some darker, more desperate moments, there's a lot of humor and hope in it, so it's a very easy read.
Oh, that's good. Why did you want to write this book?
I wanted to write this book to help those who suffer feel less alone and seen, and help their friends and family better understand what they're going through, and to help remove the stigma on mental illness that's merely a sign of mental weakness, because it's absolutely not. It's a real medical condition just like any physical condition. Like my own mother actually didn't understand what I was going through until she read the book, and I heard that from a lot of loved ones and friends and family members who read the book about their loved one, and it really helped them understand what their loved one was going through.
Right, because you were saying like it's not a physical, something that you can see.
It's like an invisible illness.
Right. Yeah. So that's great that you've been able to put this out there for people to understand more. And then you kind of mentioned why it's a little bit unique with those quotes and that it's a stream of consciousness. What else would you say about that it makes it unique?
Well, it's a really brutally honest account, because I said I could write this book one of two ways. I could tell the cleaned up version where I come off looking good, or I could tell the true horror of it where I come off looking not so good, and I chose the latter because the only way I'm going to be able to help people is by telling the truth.
That's
and
true.
Then the stream of consciousness, again, is what makes it really unique too. It's just you really go along the ride with me as feeling what it's like to have these mental illnesses.
Right.
And so it's really good in that aspect.
So how bad were your mental illnesses?
My mental illnesses were about as severe as they could be.
Really?
I could not function in everyday life. It took everything inside of me to get through 1 minute at a time.
Oh, wow.
1 minute was an all-out battle for my sanity. And it was so bad that I was basically a hermit for like 10 years. And I had rapid cycling bipolar disorder, which means I cycled rapidly between mania and depression. And at its worst, it was so bad that I was literally cycling every other minute.
Oh, wow.
And it was something that my doctor could literally see flashing in my eyes.
Oh my gosh.
And my bipolar was so bad that I was literally a broken robot forced to perform the same task over and over.
Right.
And like we mentioned before, it is an invisible illness. Like, to the majority of the time I had it, you couldn't tell anything was wrong.
Oh, okay.
So to the outside world, I looked completely healthy, because inside, the entire battle for my sanity was going inside my own mind.
Yeah, and it's not something people necessarily see or, like you said, understand.
Yeah.
What do you hope people will take away from your book?
Unfortunately, there's a lot of darkness in this world, and I try to bring light to everything I do and everyone I meet, and it's my hope that this book will bring light to the millions of those lost in the darkness. And I hope that people who suffer will feel seen and understood, and that it's okay not to be okay, and that no matter how dark things seem, there's always a ray of light and hope to guide you through. Because I was very suicidal numerous times throughout the book, and one thing that always stayed with me was hope. Hope that one day I would get better, that one day I'd be able to lead a normal life again, and eventually that did happen.
Awesome.
So you just have to, for those people out there who are suffering, you have to stay in the fight, because like no storm lasts forever. Eventually the sun has to come out. And something that really helped me was writing. So writing helped release a lot of the poison and a lot of the pent-up emotions I was going through. And when I wrote this book, I actually released a lot of it. I don't remember what's in the book, because I released it. Like, I had to go back and reread it to remember a lot of it.
That's so interesting. And you also are writing some fiction books as well, right? Tell us about those.
I'm trying to, they're both finished, so I'm trying to publish them currently. So one is a young adult fantasy romance titled Eliaria the Awakening, and it's the first in a trilogy, and it's about a 16, 17-year-old girl who discovers that her and her family have something magical about them. I don't want to give too many details away. And then the other one is a young adult sci-fi romance titled The Last Footprints, and it's the first of at least one other. and it's an archaeological quest around the globe, sort of like Indiana Jones, but with a female lead.
There you go.
And you can find the first chapter of both those books on my website.
Wonderful. And give us your website and then also where we can find your memoir.
Well, my memoir is available on Amazon in paperback or Kindle, and then my website is emilywatson.net, and you can find some of my poems on there, my short stories, the first chapter of both the fiction books and the memoir, and learn a little bit more about me and hopefully some hopeful tidbits that will help you if you're suffering from mental illness.
Or know someone who is.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you so much for joining us and telling us a little bit about your story. I do think that this will help people. I cannot wait to read it, and I'm so glad that you're doing well.
Thank you. I really appreciate you having me on. It's been a pleasure.
Of course. And if you'd like to see this interview again, everyone, just head to First Coast News Plus.
Welcome back, everybody. Summer is one of the most popular seasons for entertaining, and Natural Foods chef Cindy Avila joins us now to recommend the must-haves for any summer party.
Looking for a crowd-pleasing option for your summer gatherings? Too Fine Lavash has you covered. Made with the finest ingredients and hearth-baked to golden perfection, it has a soft, delicious taste that's perfect for party platters, appetizers, and more. And while you're picking up the lavash, don't forget about Too Fine's authentic hearth-baked pita. It's incredibly versatile. You can use it on personal pizzas, avocado toast, open-faced sandwiches, stuffed pitas, paninis, or as the perfect addition to any dip platter. You can also make your own pita chips. The pita comes in a variety of options, including classic white, whole wheat, multigrain, and sweet onion. The lavash and pita are both great for picnics or outings to the beach. Whether you want to make wraps with the lavash or stuff the pitas, it's easy and yummy. Tufayan is a proud family-owned business with deep Armenian heritage, so they know authentic lavash and pita. Look for Tufayan products at Publix or have them shipped fresh from the bakery on Amazon. Freeze it and use it when you're ready. If you're looking to elevate your summer cocktails, Devil's Grin, America's craft gin, is one bottle you'll want to have on hand. It's an award-winning premium gin handcrafted in Texas. Unlike traditional gins that are juniper forward, Devil's Grin features a distinctive blend of 14 botanicals from 6 continents, creating bright citrus notes, earthy depth, and a subtle spice that's approachable for both gin lovers and newcomers. Devil's Grin is perfect for warm weather cocktails like the French Cowgirl, a Texas-inspired twist featuring grapefruit and plenty of citrus flavor. Devil's Grin is great for making a variety of refreshing, crowd-pleasing summer cocktails like the French Cowgirl, which is a French blonde done the Texas way with more kick. Texas gin at the forefront, highlighted by a beloved Texas citrus grapefruit. It's also crafted with sustainability in mind, using filtered rainwater and locally sourced grains. And at just $25 a bottle, it delivers exceptional value along with major accolades, including Best in Show Gin and multiple double gold awards. Check out the store locator on devilsgringin.com to find bottles near you. You can also purchase it right on their website. You know what every summer fiesta needs? A high-quality salsa, one that transports you right to Mexico. That's why I love Desert Pepper Trading Company. They draw inspiration from the sun-swept fusion of the Southwest and the open-air markets of Mexico, and they use premium, all-natural ingredients. These are the highest quality salsas. This multi-generational family-run business has authentic and unique flavors from the Southwest. This includes corn black bean red pepper salsa, peach mango salsa, and tequila salsa. They also have a great chili con queso and cantina salsa. Desert Pepper's products are all natural, gluten-free, vegan, and non-GMO certified. Look for Desert Pepper at Sprouts Farmers Market, Harris Teeter, and ABC liquor stores. You can also head to desertpepper.com to check out all their varieties. Weren't these great summer finds? I hope you put them on your shopping list right away. Now, back to the studio.
As travelers look for summer getaways that offer both adventure and relaxation, the Bahamas continue to be one of the most accessible and diverse destinations in the Caribbean. Here with some insider recommendations is travel journalist, Bahamas expert, and frequent visitor, Terry Ward. Oh my gosh, it looks absolutely stunning where you are. Thank you so much for joining us. So what makes for a great summer island getaway?
Hi, Jordan. It's great to be here. I'm coming to you live from Atlantis Paradise Island Resort. And for me, this is what summer island travel is really all about. I love to get beyond the beaches, beyond the major resorts for the best island trips. That means discovering local traditions, local food, and finding adventures that make a place feel unique. And that's what makes the Bahamas stand out for me as a destination. There are 16 island destinations here. So there's always something new to experience. You can get out on the water, get out into nature, learn about the culture, or just slow down and really enjoy all this incredible scenery.
16 islands. I had no idea. That is so awesome. So do you have some favorite travel recommendations?
Yes, definitely. You know, as a Bahamas expert, I've been reporting on this destination for years, and I keep coming back because there's always so much new to do here. And you can venture beyond the major resort areas. Nassau is a great place to experience Bahamian culture, history, local food, and these incredible beaches. On Grand Bahama Island, Freeport shows a different side of the Bahamas. There's incredible nature, boating, and outdoor fun. I just love Eleuthera. It's got these pink sand beaches, dramatic coastline, perfect place to relax. Harbor Island also has laid-back charm, great restaurants, water views everywhere. Now, you'll see these crystal clear waters everywhere in the Bahamas, but I always recommend the Exumas if you really want to immerse in them. They're just hard to beat. That's why I'm always back for more. Every island just has its own personality and offers so much fun.
I have always wanted to go to Exuma because I think that's where the pigs are, right? I just saw some and that just looks like so much fun. I love animals. So what are some unique experiences other than that to enjoy?
Sure, you know, I love telling people to just get beyond the major resort areas and get out in the culture and mingle with the people. Here in Nassau, I got to explore the world of Junkanoo at the Educultural Museum with Arlene Nash. She's a local legend. She taught me how to beat the goatskin drum, ring the cowbells, This is what they do during one of the Bahamas' most iconic cultural celebrations, Junkanoo. Over at Fort Charlotte, there's costumed actors, and they bring the military history to life with reenactments. I even got to fire the cannon myself. Now that was something I've never tried that before. Super cool. And at Tasty Teas, I learned about the long tradition of bush medicine and local herbs they've been using for generations in the Bahamas. It's experiences like these that give you a deeper connection and really a better understanding of a place and make for the best kind of vacation.
Yeah, that really is cool because I've been there before and I have not done any of those things. So it's just so much to do and, like you said, very unique. So as an expert on the Bahamas, what else can you share with us?
I always recommend, as I said, to get beyond the major resort areas. You're going to find so many things to do. What I got to do during this visit, there's 16 destinations. We stayed in Nassau, but I got to make fresh conch salad at Arawak Key. I made some of the Bahamas' other amazing dishes, like stuffed snapper, guava duck, and coconut rice at the kitchen at Baha Mar. We made cocktails inspired by the islands, and then we sat down together for a feast. And that's what I always tell people. Bahamas aren't one destination. There's just always something new to discover. So get out there, try the foods, talk to the people, and experience all the local culture.
Yeah, the conch is so good. Okay, and then of course we have to talk about accommodations because there are, like you said, there's so much to do, so many places to see, and so many resorts. So what can you tell us there?
There are so many resorts, and I've loved staying here at Atlantis Paradise Island. There's a reason why it's one of the most famous resorts in all of the Caribbean. It's got these incredible beaches you can step out to, unique marine habitats, the rehabilitating animals here. I've seen stingrays, sawfish, manta rays. They've got all these activities on site. There's so much to do. But I always tell travelers, you have so many options in the Bahamas. There are boutique hotels, local inns, and out islands properties that offer a quieter pace and a really close connection to the Bahamian culture and hospitality. I just love that whatever sort of vacation I'm looking to have in the Bahamas, there's an island and a perfect place for me to stay there to really experience it. There's just so much to see and do.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm down. I think everyone else who's watching right now is down. So where can we go for more information?
For sure. If you're looking to plan your next Bahamas getaway, you can find all the information on bahamas.com.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Have so much fun out there and safe travels when you head back home. And everyone at home, if you would like to see this interview again, just head to First Coast News Plus.